Hello and welcome in this video addition to day 5. We were talking about water crossing. And part of the rule when flying over water requires to know our gliding distance from the shore. But gliding distance, it is also an important knowledge to have when flying single engine. Soon I will be flying over the rainforest with nowhere to land, so knowing how far you can fly from a safe place, it is an important part of your flight planning. Every aircraft has a gliding ratio. Some are very good, like a glider, where the ratio is around 70:1, or an helicopter, with around 4:1. And in between we have general aviation around 8:1, or airliners around 15:1. The best gliding ratio is obtained by maintaining a specific airspeed. Will give you the best compromise between altitude loss versus distance forward. But this performance can be different in real life to compare with what the AFM said. Is the plane clean or dirty? Are the props feathered or not? Is the plane light or heavy? Do you have an head or tailwind? All of these affect your gliding ratio. But what is a gliding ratio? It is the amount of distance moving forward for 1 unit of altitude lost. The gliding speeds usually do not change with the altitude because it is based on the amount of air going through your wings. At 30,000 feet at a given speed, the rate of descent will be greater. But as the plane is going down, the amount of air surrounding the aircraft will increase, reducing the rate of descent with the same airspeed. The AFM of the TBM do not give any information except of the gliding speed. Anyway, I did not find anything else. So I decided to do a test flight to have a good idea of the gliding ratio with each altitude, but the result was disappointing and at the same time not surprising. I climbed to 31,000 feet. I first put the engine to idle and tried without any success to shut it down. The problem is I cannot also feather the propeller. So what that means? Extra drag will reduce the gliding ratio. So for not completely scrub the test, I decided to let it unfeathered and set up the plane for the test. To make it accurate, I set up the plane with the autopilot with the mode FLC to 120 knots with the advertised gliding speed. What I found is there is no consistency, no real curve. I do have a drop in the slope when comparing the feet per minute versus altitude, and no real change with the altitude versus distance. I am not an expert, but if the rate of descent changes, the ratio should also change proportionally. I do not know what is the real ratio for this plane, but I was able to cover 78 nautical miles from 30,000 feet, where the miscalculation was done, but one day I found 16:1 and today I found 11.5:1. I do believe the 11.5:1 is more accurate because 16 seems a little bit too big as a ratio for this type of plane. So that's it for this video. If you have any question, just leave a comment down below. I will do my best to answer it. Otherwise, give a like, subscribe to the video. It will help others to see it. And that's it, and see you in day 6. Bye now.